Safety, please remember to wear the face coverings from under your chin, over your mouth, and over your nose during the entire safari. If you look above you, you'll see an animal spotting guide. We may not see all the animals, but we usually have some pretty good luck. Make sure to have those cameras ready to go. I may not be able to stop for every animal. Hang on to any loose items that might fall off the truck. I cannot stop the truck to pick anything up. Gonna wait for our final clearance from our warden, then we'll get our safari underway. Alright, we're gonna be heading into the Little Ituri Forest. This is where you'll find some of the more shy and reclusive animals. Over to your right side, you'll see the okapi. Now, a lot of people think they're related to zebras because of their white stripes, but they're actually related to giraffes. The males will have ossicones, or little horns on their heads, and they have a long prehensile tongue that they use to grasp leaves off the trees. Also to your right side, you'll see the birds called saddle-billed storks. They communicate by rattling their bills. They have a wingspan up to 9 feet long. Their legs are well suited for wading in the water to hunt for insects and fish. Coming up to your right side up on the hill, the lighter colored animals are called kudu. The females do not have horns and can be found in groups of 3 to 10 individuals. And the chestnut-colored animals called a bongo. They are considered the ghosts of the forest because they're rarely seen. Over to your left side at the very top of the hill, you'll see a black rhinoceros. They can weigh up to 3,000 pounds, and they have a prehensile or finger-like lip that they use to grasp leaves off the trees. There'll be another black rhino over to your left side. Now, unfortunately, they are being illegally poached for their horns. But their horns are made out of keratin, which is nothing more than our fingernails or hair. So fortunately, there are local organizations helping to raise awareness for the endangered species. Some more bongo over to your right side, at the very top of the hill. Now the animals here in the Ituri Forest will use their camouflage or their colors and markings to help blend into their surroundings. This will help to keep them safe from their predators. Since they rely so much on the trees, it is very important that we use paper products responsibly. We are heading into the Sampi River area. This is where you'll find some of the more dangerous animals. For my friends over to the right side, you'll see a hippo, a Nile hippopotamus. Now, in order to stay cool, they will spend the majority of their day in the water. Make sure we're fully seated for me, please, at all times. They can stay submerged for up to 8 minutes at a time. They won't actually swim, they'll just walk or run along the bottom. A group of hippos are called a bloat. And the birds coming up to your left side are called pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink coloring that appears during their breeding season. They have a wingspan of about 7 to 9 feet long, which is about the length of the canopy over your head. Now, hippos are nocturnal, so at night they'll come out to the banks to graze grass, and they can head back into the water by morning. See some hippos down to your left side. Down on your left side are the Nile crocodiles. They can live to be over 40 years old. Their diet mainly consists of fish, but they'll eat anything unfortunate enough to cross its path.
Helps them cool off.
He's essentially panting.
We are now headed to the Savannah Overlook. The tree coming up to your right side is called a baobab tree. In times of drought, it can store water in its trunk. And in order to conserve water, it can remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year. Now the savanna is home to animals like elephants, who can bulldoze trees. And you'll find giraffes with their height. They're able to prune the leaves out of tall trees. And you can find antelope, who will eat the grass. Coming up to your right side, you'll see the Ankole cattle. They're often called Watusi, after the people who first domesticated them. Their horns can grow about 3 to 4 feet long, and the weight of their horns is supported by a muscle in their head and their dewlap in their neck. Also to the right side, you'll see some wildebeests. They're often called new because the grunt sounds they make sound like new. At nighttime, they'll sleep in rows on the ground. That will help to offer protection, but also quick escape in an emergency. They can migrate over hundreds of miles during the year. To your left side, you'll see the African wild dogs, also called African painted dogs. They're very social animals. They'll live in packs up to 15 adults. And each one has a unique patchwork coat. They're able to recognize each other even from a distance.
That up for a minute.
Coming up on your far left, you'll see the Sable Antelope. They are the emblem here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, and their horns are a deterrent from lions wanting to jump up onto their backs.
Also zebra.
Also, you'll see the Hartman's Mountain Zebra. They are the only zebra species to have a dewlap. It's an extra skin fold under their neck that will help to keep them cool during the warmer temperatures. And a group of zebra are called a dazzle. And just over to your right and left sides, you'll see termite mounds. They're made out of soil, saliva, and dung. Elephants can use them as a scratching post. And if they get worn down, antelope will use them as a lookout post for predators. Zebra will have their own unique pattern, just like every human has their own unique fingerprint. And people often wonder, how can you tell if a zebra is black with white stripes or white with black stripes? If you see that their muzzle or nose is black, so that tells us they are black with white stripes. Coming up on your right side will be some giraffes. They are the tallest mammal, capable of reaching heights up to 20 feet tall. They have an 18-inch long prehensile tongue. A group of giraffes are called a tower. Maybe some more giraffes coming up on your left side. A newborn giraffe on average is about 6 feet tall, and they're capable of standing and walking within the first hour of being born. And just like the zebra, each giraffe will have their own unique pattern. Over to your left side are the mandrills. They are the largest monkeys in the world. An adult male can weigh up to 100 pounds. And over to your right side, you'll see an African elephant. Now, an adult can consume about 300 pounds of food a day, anywhere from roots or leaves to small trees. Get another view of the elephant over to your right side. Now, an elephant's trunk contains about 40,000 muscles, and they'll use their trunk to eat and drink, and they can also use it to throw mud up onto their backs. The mud will act as a natural sunblock to help protect their skin from the sun. Coming up will be the red clay pits. And over to your right side, you'll be able to see elephant tusk marks in the clay. And that's because the elephants will consume the clay in order to supplement their diet with mineral. Elephants are found in a matriarchal society where the females will spend the majority of their time together with their young. When the males reach their early teens, they will leave the herd and either go off on their own or they can join a bachelor herd. Human-elephant conflict is the mining of a metallic ore called coltan, and it's used in small electronics and cell phones. So one way you can help out the elephants is to recycle any of your old cell phones. to your left side are the greater flamingos. They are the lightest pink color of the flamingo species. And they get their pink coloring from the carotene in the brine shrimp that they eat. A group of flamingos are called a flamboyance.
No babies right now.
Coming up to your left side are the white rhinoceros. They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. And they have a wide lip that they use to graze grass off the ground. Of the 5 rhino species, they are the most social. And on the left side, you can see that they're using their mud wallow. That will help to protect their skin from the sun and insects. Now, rhinos can charge at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. And a group of rhinos are called a crash. Also on the left side are the scimitar horned oryx. They're found in the northern deserts of Africa.
They're so cute.
And they have large spread hooves that will help them to walk on the sand without sinking. And they can go up to 9 months of the year without drinking water.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Over to your right side, you'll see an ostrich. They are the largest bird. Despite having those large wings, they cannot actually fly. They'll use their wings to help them change direction while running. Demo friends, make sure we have those face coverings completely on. Over to your left side, towards the top of the hill, you'll see the cheetahs. They are the fastest land mammal, capable of reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. Although they can only maintain that speed for a few hundred yards though.
I didn't see it.
They were laying down at
And they will do their hunting during the day. The tear mark that goes from the corner of their eye down to their mouth will help to reflect the glare of the sun.
Might be kind of hot. Oh yeah.
Right there, asleep.
Just barely. This guy. Can I come right up to the truck?
No.
Here he comes.
No. Oh, this is
Ostrich over to your left side.
too close for comfort.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh God, you're pressing me out.
He's following us. He's getting faster.
I do not like birds. Make that known in the video. I do not like any type of birds.
Especially these guys.
Coming up to your right side, you'll see some ostrich eggs. Now, one egg can weigh about 3 pounds, which is roughly equal to 2 dozen chicken eggs. A person is actually capable of standing on an egg without breaking it.
Here he comes.
is the Wardens Post. And the warden lives between the savannah and the village and cares for animals like Nigerian dwarf goats.
Oh, they're cute. Oh, boy.
The milk that the goats produce is high in value and in protein, so the warden is able to sell the milk, which will help the villagers to rely less on the wildlife, so it will help to protect the wildlife and their habitat. Well, my friends, it looks like our safari has come to a close. I want to thank you for touring with us here today, Kilimanjaro Safaris. Unfortunately, a lot of the animal species that you saw here today need your help. And one way to help is through the Disney Conservation Fund, which you can learn more about from the villagers of Harambe after leaving the safari. And you can help animals right in your own backyard. You could build a bat box, hang bird feeders, or plant milkweed for monarch butterflies. And always remember to recycle.